is the voice of disruption. Welcome to the Voice of Disruption. I'm Ken Rutkowski. We have so many amazing people on today's show. Today's show is all around the brain, understanding what it takes to get into that flow state. How can you take what's up there and take it out there? Every show, of course, we bring you incredible people that have disrupted themselves. This is the Voice of Disruption. Today, we'll meet Will Henshall, who's been a rock star. He's a rock star again, but he's also made an incredible platform allow you to get into that state to where you can absorb more than you could ever imagine with your brain. And then later on, Shaahin Cheyenne, who has done some incredible things when it comes to supplements to make your brain stronger and faster. And he's also found a way to disrupt the whole Amazon process. And Jim Kwik, who literally is probably one of the top brain experts, meaning how to use your brain to memorize things in the whole world. They're joining us on today's show. So hang on, you're gonna have a great ride. Again, Ken Rutkowski, and I gotta tell you that I have found two words that have affected the planet the most when it comes to building something great. Two words. Why is McDonald's always the same everywhere you go? Regardless if you like their food or don't like their food, two words apply to McDonald's success, or Tesla and what they're doing success, or even NASA's success. The two words are predictable and consistent. Predictable and consistent. In any relationship you have, you want predictability and consistency. Think about when you walk into a McDonald's, regardless of where you are in the world, you know what they're gonna have and you know how you're gonna get it. They are consistently predictable. See, in a relationship you have with a brand, with a person, you want it to be predictable and consistent. It might sound boring, but it's really important. In a great relationship, it's predictable and consistent. If it's inconsistent, there's a problem. You don't know what's gonna happen, how it's gonna happen. If it's not predictable, you don't know how to plan. So you want consistency and predictability in your relationships, even with yourself. Do you have a consistent, predictable schedule? Even if you're doing crazy things, often you are predictably inconsistent because your schedule is different, which means is you're actually predictable. See, for example, I don't listen to music until Sunday. What? Yeah, I don't listen to my Spotify, my Pandora, even music on the radio until Sunday. Because what I do during the rest of the week is I listen to podcasts. I listen to news and material. I feed my brain during the entire week because music to me is kind of like carbs. It's the treat. And on Sunday, I blast the radio. It's my time to relax my brain. But during the rest of the week, I don't want to fill my brain with those carbs. So I listen to podcasts like Jim Kwik, later on you'll meet. I listen to his podcast, or I'll listen to different types of shows out there to feed my brain. I have a consistent, predictable schedule. Everyone knows that when they get in my car, I will have the news on or some type of podcast. It's important. You need to have a predictable, consistent schedule always. The brands that you love have predictable consistencies. So focus on this, and you'll notice the people that we have on today's show, actually on all the shows, have a predictable, consistent pattern. Do you? Is the relationships you have predictable and consistent? I've noticed that if you hang around certain people, like let's say a Tony Robbins, very consistent, very predictable, he's there always to raise the bar on himself and on you. Your friends that you share time with, are they predictable and consistent, always raising the bar to get them and you to the next level? See, the hidden secret to success is what you're around. From the things you do and the people you hang out with. You want to disrupt yourself? Analyze your friends. Look at them. Are they at a level to which you hope to achieve? Or are they kind of on the bottom? See, if you hang out with gamblers, guess what you become? Yeah, that's right, a gambler. If you hang out with people that cheat or have high levels of infidelity, well, unfortunately, divorce is contagious. You become that. But if you hang out with people that are serious entrepreneurs or health food conscious or people that are achieving great goals, you become that. It's all through osmosis. So I want you to analyze your patterns. Realize that if you're inconsistent, your body will adopt that inconsistencies and you will learn to fail well often, and you don't want that. So to really take yourself to a disruptive level, always make sure you create patterns, and those patterns are consistent and they're predictable, not just for you, but for the people that are around you. And also, make sure the people you hang out with are impressive. See, I believe every once in a while you have to fire your friends that aren't doing much because they're gonna bring you down. Sure, they could be acquaintances, but always find ways to hire impressive people. People that are there to help you, which you, of course, turn around and help them. So to disrupt yourself, you have to do things that are uncomfortable often. To be great means you have to get out of that comfort state to get to that disruptive state. To become a great brand, a great entrepreneur, or someone that's changing the planet, disruption is hard. But of course, you know the two secret words, right? Predictable and consistent. Apply that formula and you will see a massive change in your life. So when we come back, we're gonna meet Will Henshall. Amazing guy. Will has, I bet, been on your radio a few times. I've Been Thinking About You. Do you remember that song? Yeah, by London Beat. Well, that's just one of Will's great songs. So when we come back, let's start talking about the idea of what it takes to get into that flow state with our first guest being Will Henshall. I'm Ken Rutkowski. Thanks a lot for hanging out with us. And you're about to go deep into the voice of disruption. We'll be right back.